Hi crafty friends, Melissa Minor here. Thanks so much for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today I am participating in a YouTube hop for Traci Reed Designs' brand new collection, Love Potion. Be sure to check out the description box below for links to all the other design team members that are participating today. All right, let's go ahead and jump in. So I first want to show you my photo. So this is a photo of my boyfriend Dale and I with my daughter Tatum, and she was all dressed up for her winter formal. I think she just looks absolutely gorgeous. Now I've went ahead and printed 4 of the pocket cards from the collection, as well as lots of the stickers. So these are print and cut. So what I do is I drag them into Cricut Design Space, and then you hit cut. It will print out on your printer, and then you load it into your Cricut and it cuts it out. Now I've also printed some of the pattern papers. I do have a wide format printer and it prints all the way up to 11 by 14. But when I was tearing this page, I wanted to tear the 12-inch side, and I accidentally tore the shorter side. So what I've done is I'm just going to piece these in together. Since they have a torn edge, you'll never even notice. Now, one thing I want to mention is paper matters, and I'm new to hybrid scrapbooking. So when I first started, I was just printing on regular paper and regular cardstock. But what I've learned from the last several months of being on the design team is paper really does matter. So for my larger pattern papers, I have the 11 by 14 presentation paper. So this is a good quality paper. And then for my stickers, I've been printing them on photo matte paper. And I've also experimented some with the glossy photo paper. So I like the look of printing the stickers on either of those. But for my pocket cards, I use the photo matte paper. But then for my larger strips of paper, I use the presentation paper. If you have any questions to what kind of papers I use, just leave them down below in the comments section, and I would be happy to answer those. But those are a couple tips that I have for anyone that's new to hybrid scrapbooking. So hybrid scrapbooking is just printing digital images yourself at home, printing them out, and physically making a scrapbook page. Okay, so here are the pocket cards, and I like to print several of the pocket cards. Now for these, there may be easier ways, but how I do this is I don't have any of the online printing apps or anything. I just drag them into a Word doc or a Pages doc on my MacBook, and I size them to 3 by 4, and I get as many onto the page as I can by rotating them around, and that's how I print them out. So, like I said, there may be other ways to do it. I'm not a super tech savvy person, and so you don't have to be. If you can drag and drop, you can do digital hybrid scrapbooking. Okay, so I printed out 4 of these because I liked the color pattern, and I think that this really is going to draw attention to my daughter's black dress. And check out those shoes. Those shoes really made a statement on her outfit. And so I was super excited to get this photo with the 2 of us along with her, just to document this memory. Now, there were so many beautiful florals in this collection. Now, there's a lot of different Valentine images and things, but I wanted to show how you can use this collection not for lovey-dovey, but just for any special occasion that you might have. Anytime you might need some florals. I mean, pinks and reds, blacks, these are all my favorite colors. So I printed these out. I did size them just down a little bit. Now, some of these might have been from the digital collection. Goodness, I can't remember now. They might have been from the digital collection, but I think these were the stickers. And I just individually drug them into Cricut and sized them so that they would fit on my layout. And what I like to do when I do that in Cricut Design Space is I usually bring like a 12 by 12 square onto the page, and then I hide it in the background, and then I can just size these items down to see how many I'm going to need. That way I don't print and cut everything, but I'm only printing and cutting the images that I need. So when I first started with her collections, I would just print the sticker sheet and I'd print all of them, print and cut. But she also, when you purchase the files, you can get the individual images. So I've started printing, dragging and dropping the individual images of the ones that I know I want to use. So that way I can, and then I just duplicate them. So if I wanted these flowers, I just duplicate, size them to the size I want, and then just duplicate them in Design Space. Now what I'm doing here with my scissors is, I think I need to change my blade on my Cricut. So some of these, it kind of tore the paper a little bit, and that might be because it's that photo matte paper. It was really sticking to my Cricut mat. So on a few of the flowers, I am going to pop them up with some craft foam just to give my page a little bit of extra dimension. And I'm going to add, this is going to be a very, very simple layout, but I really like the way it's going to turn out here. So this is one of the journaling spots that's included, and I thought that was really nice. I loved the black and white, how it just repeats through the collection, just that hint of black. And again, I think that really draws your eye to my daughter's dress. I'm trying to decide if I want to put any more flowers. I thought I wanted to do a row of flowers on the top, and then it was looking a little bit flower heavy. So I decided to just add my journaling circle here, and then I'm going to add just a little cluster of flowers to the side, and then I can't help but use one of the bows that I printed. So I really, really like the red bow. I printed both the red and the pink, and I actually printed more florals than I need, but I thought I could always use those either on other layouts, or I could use those on Valentine cards. Lots of different things here. Okay, I like the way that looks. And so here's where I'm going to try to place this red bow onto the page. And I'm going to end up placing it right below that, that journaling circle there. And here I am trying to place more of the florals onto the page, but I don't want it to get too floral heavy. Here's the bow. So I'll go ahead and add that down. And I think that looks super cute. So I'll put a little tape runner on here. And then I will go ahead and write my journaling in off camera. And I'm going to write in the journaling, Tatum, we are so proud of you. You look very pretty for Winter Formal 2025. I'm also bringing in an acrylic piece. Now this is from Cards.by.MelissaMinor Designs, and I ordered this from them, this 2025, and I thought that was perfect to start off the year. And it's, you know, it's not a New Year's Eve or anything like that, or New Year's Day. I just thought it was great to document the year on here that we were all together. So I like that. And that also gives a little bit of extra dimension to my layout. So there we go. I'm going to try to move this red bow over just a little bit. And I actually tore it a tad, so I have another one printed. So I'm going to go ahead and get this new one tacked down. I thought I wanted to move it over, I mean, just the tiniest little bit. So I'll get this glued down. And then I'm going to take a step back and look at my layout. And usually I'm one to add mixed media. So I'm having a really hard time looking at this and it doesn't have mixed media. So I decided to bring in a stamp. So I have this stamp here. This is from All in Create. And All in Create has quite a few splatter stamps. So I'm going to get one of my acrylic blocks here. And I'm going to pull in some black ink. So I've got some Distress Oxide ink in the color Black Soot. And I'm going to go ahead and give it a test here on this scrap paper to see how I like it. Now, of course, stamping would have been a lot easier before I added foam tape and stickers and all the things. But I'm just going to random stamp in several places around the layout. And ooh, I love the way that brings in some more black. And I love how it's messy and not perfect. And here when I go to stamp this one, I didn't even get it stamped down. So I'm going to have to do it a couple times. But I really love this stamp. I'm going to ink that up and do it one more time. And then I'm going to get a little carried away here and just keep stamping and stamping until I'm happy with all the stamping that I add to the layout. So I'm going to do a few more here, and you'll see I messed up that one too, but that's okay. That's great about a splatter stamp is no one knows what it's supposed to look like. And I love that. I'm trying to add a piece of paper to mask off where I don't want it to be. But I think that when I'm adding that mask, it's adding too much dimension here. So I'm just going to add some more, and I'm just going to keep stamping. I think that looks super cute. I'm not going to add paint splatters. And I didn't even add any paint to this layout, just some stamping. And now I want to add in a few gems to give it a little bit of sparkle. After all, my daughter's dress is very sparkly, so I'm adding a few of these silver gems. I'll add a cluster up here to the right, so 3 to the right and then 3 to the lower left. And that is going to finish up today's layout. So if you've enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and come back. If you don't already follow me on Facebook and on Instagram, I would love for you to follow me on those platforms as well. I will leave a link to this brand new Love Potion collection, as well as all the other design team members that are participating in today's hop. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye!